Hallelujah, 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 amen. 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 Hine hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. 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 Hallelujah, 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 amen. Hallelujah, 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 amen.
So, Erev Tov, good Yontif, live from New York. It's Simchas Torah. Well, at least I'm from New York. I don't know where the rest of these people are from, but I'm from New York, and I'm in New York right now, and it is really late where I am, and way past my bedtime. But having said all of that, it is great to be able to be here with everyone, to be able to share Simchas Torah, to share the joy as we conclude the holidays, with a little bit of davening, a little bit of singing, a little bit of Torah reading, and a fair bit of total confusion and pandemonium, because I'd like to be able to blame that on a pandemic, but the truth is Simchat Torah is always that way. Yeah. So whatever lack of coordination or craziness or goofs go on here, we'll blame it on the tech, we'll blame it on the pandemic. It's probably would have happened just anyway, because it's Simchas Torah. And that's just Simchas Torah. So my friends, it's great to be with everybody. We're going to begin with a wee bit of candle lighting. At least that's what I got on my service order. Indeed. So we turn things over to Cantor Aronoff.
Whoops. Now, of course, remember, it's not Shabbat, it's Yom Tov. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, v'tzivanu, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, v'tzivanu, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, shel Yom Tov. Yai lai 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 lai. Now I have to add that it always, as somebody who lives in not in Israel, and we have 2 days of Yontif, it seems like it's a repeat of the first day, and so, but I always confused me why we had to do Shechianu again, but that's why, because it's a repeat of the first day. So we do Shechianu. Do you think it fits to this tune? Baruch atah, I'm just going to say it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shechianu v'kiyamanu v'gianu lazman hazeh. Amen.
Alrighty, my friends. We now begin with the Mariv service, and we're going to start with the Baruch, which is on page 39a. If you are of a mind, please rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro mariv. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hamariv aravim. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael. On top of page 40, Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Haftach.
Kihem Chayenu, towards the bottom of 40.
Kihem Hayenu, Be'orach Yomenu, U'bahim Negei Yom HaBalayla. Kihem Hayenu, Be'orach Yomenu, U'bahim Negei Yom HaBalayla. Kihem Hayenu, Be'orach Yomenu, U'bahim Negei Yom HaBalayla. Kihem Hayenu, Be'orach Yomenu, U'bahim Negei Yom HaBalayla.
V'avatcha tasim imenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema is found on the top of page 41. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Now, she doesn't know that I'm going to do this to her, but Cantor Aronoff, let us understand that for 25 years that I've been doing the Shema, I have said it incorrectly, and I still can't start it correctly. So Cantor Aronoff, would you like to lead us in the Shema so everyone can do it the way that you like it to be done, as opposed to the way that I was taught in rabbinical school and did it for God knows how many years?
Okay, I have you beat on how many years I've done it the other way. I have to say, and you have not been doing the Ve'ahavta incorrectly. It's just a different version of the trope than we use at Adat Ari El. So in my desire to be consistent with what we teach our young students, we have been for the last year and a half doing it as follows. Please join me. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
It's so pretty when you do it. We continue now on page 42 with the second and third paragraphs of the Shema. And since those are done silently, you can do them any way that you wish, and there will be no one to tell you whether it's right or wrong. V'hayayim shmor tishmor. Adonai Lechem Emet. Page 43. V'emuna emet v'emuna kavod. Okay, so I'm speeding through this little paragraph because I want to get to page 44 so I can do the little conclusion so that we can then get to Micha Mocha, because we have a banjo that we're playing with today. And I just think that's great. So top of page 44. U'malchuto b'ratzon kiblu alechem Moshe u'Miriam u'vnei Yisrael lecha anu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam. Micha Mocha, middle of page 44.
Adonai, mi kamocha, nehadar bakodesh, nora tehilot, osefele, nora tehilot, osefele. Mahalechutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei hayam, lifnei Moshe, zeheli, anu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Dai 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 dai.
Yeshikoach. V'ne'emar ki fad Adonai Yaakov u'golo mi'ad chazach mimenu baruch ata Adonai Ga Yisrael. Top of page 45. Hashki ve'enu Adonai Eloheinu shalom avinu. Ushmor teitenu ro'enu l'chaim u'l'shalom me'atav yad olam ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha baruch ata Adonai ha'porei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Page 46, we have the festival declaration. Vaydaber Moshe et moedei Adonai el bnei Yisrael. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah. V'almad yivrachu tevim lichmachutei b'chayechanu v'yamechanu chayel beit Yisrael b'agalav yisman kari v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach. Le'olam le'omei almaya. Yitbarach, yitbarach, yishtabach, yitpar, yitmam, yitmaseh, yitadar, yitalev, yitglal shmei dekudesha. B'richu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechmata. Damiran b'yama v'imeru. Amen. So I don't want to say that I feel hurt or anything like that, but just so you know, for people out there, we have a chat going on in the Zoom room here back and forth, and Rabbi Yarkin said to Randy Dreyfus, play more banjo. But here's what she didn't say. She didn't text me and say, hey, daven more. Okay, so Rabbi
You
Yarkin,
just missed a chat.
I privately chatted you and said, well done for doing some holiday nusach, because your nusach, that's not normal regular Ma'ariv nusach. So you're trying your best, and I messaged you and acknowledged it. So someone's not reading the screen properly.
Okay, fine, be that way. Oh yeah, more cowbell, sure. Everyone likes everything but the davening. Okay, so we now turn to page 306 for the penultimate time for this high holiday season that we are doing this particular Amidah. Boy, I'm kind of tired of this one. Anyway, so page 306, we have the Mariv Amidah. Invite people to rise at this time. The Amidah goes from page 306 to some other page. I don't really know where, but I do know that we are skipping page 308 because we don't do the Kedusha. That's for the morning. So page 306, invite everyone to please rise and daven your hearts out.
Mashiva Ruach Umarida Gashem.
Can't Aronoff? Do you feel sufficiently prayed? Okay, so we now turn back to page 54. You may be seated momentarily for Kaddish Shalem, and then we're going to flip to page 56 for Aleinu. But you've got time because Kaddish Shalem, it's the big Kaddish, it's the longest Kaddish, and it takes a really long time to do.
Well, if I had started timing you from the beginning, it would have been a fair fight.
Well,
remember when we used to have the Kaddish race comparison?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Judy. No one's faster than me.
Are you sure? I mean, I've never tried to be faster than you. I have practiced to be faster than you. Bring it on, he says. Shall I? All right, we can try. We can try. Ready? Yigan Avigrash Mirabab Yamadi Braga Tevim Lichmo de Bachayachon Bimachon Chaytochabit Israel, Bagalavis Man Garivim Ramen, Yeshmir Rabba Barak Lelam Mail, Barak Vishtabak, Barfi Prime Vida, Darby Delavida, Shmid Kudashabichu, Leila Mikover Katavashirata, Dushkatav, Nakamata, Mirabim Ramen, Tika Belso, Tonovato, Israel, Kadama, Bondivich, Mavim Ramen, Heshlam Rabba Mijama, Vachamelin of Israel, Ramen, Seshalim Ramavia, Seshalim of Israel, Maru, Amen.
Child's play, absolute child's play. I want in as well. Like I was snoring, I was lulled to sleep. It was so boring. I got some chores done halfway through Rabbi Bernhardt's and Cantor Aronoff's. I actually went for a walk and back.
Brava, truly.
Yeah. Well, Cantor Aronoff, I doff my kippah to you. Rabbi Yarkin, I don't know what to say, except everyone please rise, page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu ki goyei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpechot hadama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gohor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu notei shamayim v'yoser haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim ima'ah, u'shchinatu zo, b'gavhei meromim, Hu Eloheinu, ein od, emet malkeinu, efes ulato, ka'katuv b'torato, yadata hayom v'hashevota, Elevavecha, Ki Adonai hu elim b'shamayim ima'am, Yal haaretz mitachat einod, V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai, L'melech al kol haaretz, V'yom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, U'shemo echad. Because let's face it, folks, if you're not singing it, it's not really a prayer. Anyway, all righty. You may be seated as we turn now to page 58 for the only serious moment in this entire service. We do have Kaddish Tom, the Mourner's Kaddish. So I invite anyone who is currently reciting the Mourner's Kaddish or observing Yahrzeit to please rise with and join with me. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon u'v'yamechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'v'zman kari v'yimru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lomei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudasha b'richu. Le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata, Tush b'chata v'nechamata za'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav hu ya'asei shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Okie dokie. So now we have our service here done. We just turned to page 79, and once again we're going to ask everyone to stand up as Cantor Aronoff is going to lead us in the Kiddush. And this Kiddush comes with a wee Havdalah in it as we go from the Yontif from Shabbat into Yontif.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol am, v'romamanu mikol lashon, v'kiddushanu b'mitzvotav. V'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu b'yava, moadim l'simcha, chagim u'zmanim l'sason, et yom hashmini, chag ha'atzeret hazeh, Zeman simchatenu mikra kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki banu bacharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, ומועדי קודשך בשמחה וששון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש ישראל והזמנים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא מאורי האש. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המבדיל בין קודש לחול, בין אור לחושך, בין ישראל לעמים, בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה, בין קדושת שבת לקדושת יום טוב הבדלת, ואת יום השביעי מששת ימי המעשה קידשת, הבדלת וקידשת את עמך ישראל בקדושתך. ברוך אתה אדוני המבדיל בין קודש לקודש. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Hi.
Blue bottle.
Oh, it wasn't the Kedem, huh?
No, sorry.
Finally got the blue bottle in. Okay. Alrighty, my friends, you may be seated, at least for a moment. So let me explain what's going to happen next to the best extent that I can actually explain this. So here's what we're going to try. You know, look, we're trying to do Simchat Torah during a pandemic. And it's a hard thing to do because Simchat Torah is all about dancing. It's all about being together. It's all about passing the Torah, which in this day and age would be the equivalent of creating a super spreader event, right? So we're trying to avoid that. But what we decided we could do is we would do our, hakafot, the traditional dancing with the Torah, and we reached out and we asked a few families to come join us for the second and fourth and fifth hakafah. They're going to actually lead us in the dancing, and they're going to do the dancing, and whatever dance they're doing, if you can dance along with them, great. If not, just watch them and celebrate their joyous goofiness. So with the hakafot are found on page 402. And so we're going to begin. Cantor Aronoff is going to introduce it with a little bit of singing, and then we're going to take it from there and just kind of see where the chaos goes.
Okay, so traditionally, we stand in front of the ark and we chant responsively a whole bunch of verses. So we're standing in front of each other and our laptops or whatever, and I'm going to chant a verse, and then Rabbi Yarkin, on behalf of everyone, is going to echo me and repeat it. And out of the 19 verses there are, we're going to do about 4 of them. And they should all sound somewhat familiar. The first one may not sound as familiar, but I want it to sound familiar because the first 3 words are Ata Hareta Lada'at. It is shown to you, and that's what these are called, Ata Haretas. So here we go. Rabbi Yarkin and anybody else who has a Siddur, the Lev Shalem that we use on Shabbat, it's on page 402. Ata hareta lada'at, ki Adonai hu ha'elohim, ein od milvado.
This is the first hakafah, correct?
Well, it's not a hakafah, it's just the line. So just repeat the line I just did on 402. 402.
Ata hareta lada'at, ki Adonai hu ha'elohim, ein od milvado.
Beautiful. That means unto you it was shown that Adonai is God. There is none else. God alone creates great wonders. Surely God's kindly love is eternal. That's all what that is. Now, the next line is going to be the couple lines down. Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai v'ein kema'asecha.
Ein kamocha v'elim Adonai v'ein kema'asecha.
No one is like you, God. And now towards the bottom of the page. Adonai oz li'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
And now we turn the page and imagine that the ark is open and you're seeing all these beautiful Torahs. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udvar Adonai mirushalayim.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim.
And now you have heard our short version of the Atah Haretas. And now before we actually begin the Hakafot, there are 7 Hakafot, right? So if we were in shul together, we'd be walking around the shul 7 times, dancing with all of our Torahs. We have 14, by the way, at Adat Ari El. So, but I thought that I wanted to be sure that everybody got a chance to sing along with me the wonderful song for Simchat Torah, which is called Sisu v'Simchut b'Simchat Torah. Let us rejoice together on Simchas Torah and give honor, kavod, to God's Torah. Sisu v'Simchut b'Simchat Torah, utnu kavod la 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 Torah. Okay, so now here's how this works. There is an acrostic poem that is chanted and broken up into 7 parts, 1 part for each of the Hakafot. So we are going to begin, and then you all have a part. You're going to sing Anenu, Anenu, V'yom Koreinu, Anenu, 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 V'yom Koreinu. And a different person from our Naranana band is going to lead each of the Hakafot in Anenu after I sing the beginning of this acrostic poem. Here we are, Hakafah number 1. Sue is going to follow me. Ana Adonai Hoshiana, Ana Adonai Hatzlichana, Ana Adonai Aneinu V'yom Koreinu, Elohei Haruchot Hoshiana, Bochen Levavot Hatzlichana, Goel Chazak Aneinu V'yom Koreinu, Anenu.
Anenu, Anenu, V'yom Koreinu, Anenu, 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 V'yom Koreinu. Yisrael Kuchabrichu Eoraita Hadu, Yisrael Kuchabrichu Eoraita Hadu. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah.
Okay, and it is now time for the second Hakafa. And David Berg, our resident saxophone player, is
No.
going to follow me. Is going to follow me.
Well, I'd have to.
Mute yourself, Robert. Everybody mute yourself who's on screen except for me and David Berg. Dover tzedakot Hoshiana, Hadur bilvusho, Hatzlichana, Vatik v'chasid anenu, Beyom koreinu anenu. Who's our dance party people? Is it the Mendelssohns?
We have the Mendelssohns. Yeehaw! Oh, Ellie, Sasha, and Macy, what a treat, as well as Joe and Lee, and some grandparents in the mix. Woo, 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 woo!
Yasher Koch, brilliant stuff.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay, it is now time for the third hakafa, and Rabbi Yarkin and Randy are going to follow me. And here we are for the third hakafa. May God, who is pure and upright, save us and answer us. Yizach v'yashar Hoshiana Chomel Dalim Hatzlichana Tov u'meitiv anenu Biyom koreinu anenu.
Anenu, anenu, v'yom koreinu, ainanai, anenu, anenu, v'yom koreinu.
David, melech Yisrael, chai, chai, v'kayam. 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 David, melech Yisrael, chai, chai, v'kayam.
I have to say, I agree with Rabbi Yarkin. I want more banjo. Awesome. Which doesn't mean, Rabbi Bernhardt, that I don't want more of your davening. If they're two separate things, even now.
I understand that. Let me just ask though, when anyone hears the banjo, does everyone think deliverance?
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, is there any other instrument that when you hear it, it's like, no, it's that moving? I just don't know, man. Just putting it out there. Okay, so we have are we ready for our fourth hakafa? Because it looks like the Obersteins are ready.
Okay, so is it the Obersteins?
Yes. It's not here.
Okay, so Robert is going to play the Anenu part. My dogs are going to probably keep barking. And I'm going to sing, Robert will play, and then Obersteins will take it away. Here we go, fourth hakafa. Yodea machashavot, Hoshiana. Come here, Mac. Come here. Come here.
Hoshiana.
All right, I thought I would bring him here. Kabir v'naor, hatzlichana, lo v'tzrakot aneinu, biyom koreinu aneinu.
Okay.
Are we up? We're up. Okay.
Don't do that. Like that. Oh, wait. Right. No? Good job, Julie.
That was amazing. That was Dana, Shada, Akiva, Hillary, Anthony, and I believe we had a Bob and a Joe thrown in there. Thank you to the Obersteins. Oh, Mazel Tov and Yesher Koach. I hope you were following along and doing the dance moves at home there as well. They were like the leaders and we follow.
Well, I just want you to know, I was dancing along with Mama Joe. That's my pace there. You got it, Mama Joe. Absolutely. Yeshikov, thank you so much. Brilliant.
That was awesome. Thank you very much. We are moving on now to Hakafa number 5. David Kaminer will play Anenu following me. And who do we have? The Horowitz family, I believe, following David. So here we go with the 5th Hakafa. Melech Olamim Hoshiana Naor Va'adir Hatzlichana Somech Noflim Aneinu Beyom Koreinu Aneinu. Where's David Kaminer? David Kaminer, are you there?
I'm here. Anenu, Biyom Koreinu. Anenu, Biyom Koreinu. Anenu, Biyom Koreinu.
So we're over here, ready? Okay, here we go.
Woo, 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 woo. Wow, wow, wow. Ilana, you were spinning Eric around the floor there. That was incredible. And just well done, Josh and Lena and Doggy. That was profoundly beautiful. I don't think any of the families would be voted off the island. In fact, I think all three families will go forward to the next round of Adat's Got Talent.
Though, can I say, Josh and Lena, y'all seem like you actually have had some dance lessons. Yeah, I kind of recognize that. And by the way, if you want any more dance lessons, my son is now a certified dance instructor. He's more than glad to help you out. And anyone else who's out there, just making a plug for him. All righty, guys, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Terrific. We're now on to which Hakafak, Cantor Aronoff?
Number six. Number six. I'm going to chant the 3 lines of number 6, and then Jim is going to lead us in Anenu, and then a song following that. Here comes number 6. Ozer Dalim, Hoshiana, Hode Umatzil, Hatzmichana, Sur Olamim Anenu, Biyom Koreinu, Anenu. Thank you, Jim. Oshia et amecha. Okay, we are now ready for the last hakafa, which has not one, but two paragraphs, the last 6 lines of this acrostic poem. And it ends with saying, may God, who is the support of the innocent, save us. May the one whose strength is eternal grant us success. And may the one who acts uprightly answer us in the hour of our calling. And when I am done with all 6 lines, Ross is going to take it away, play Anenu, and then play another song for us. And maybe whoever is doing the video stuff here, if we see Ross, but then we see the rest of us, then we can all be dancing for everybody here. So here we go, the last hakafa, after which we read Torah. Well, actually, Sol Zira reads Torah. Kadosh v'nora, Hoshiana, Rachum v'chanun, Hatzlichana, Shomer Britanenu v'yom korenu, Tomech temimim, Hoshiana, Takif la'ad, Hatzlichana, Tamim b'masavanenu, Beyom koreinu, anenu.
Anenu, anenu, beyom koreinu, anenu, 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 beyom koreinu. Sisu et Yerushalayim giluva, giluva kol havea, kol havea. Sisu et Yerushalayim giluva, giluva kol havea.
Woo, Ross, way to go. Thank you very much. So we have now finished all of our hakafot. Rabbi Bernhard, what do you have anything you'd like to say to us at this point before we move on? Any words of wisdom from far back east? And he's making a face. I don't know.
No, I have no more words of wisdom. I am out of words of wisdom. After a month of talking, there is simply no more wisdom left. It's all gone. If I haven't sounded wise over this past month at one point in time, guess what? I'm not wise. That's all there is to it. But I will say the following. Yes, can't hear enough.
I was just wondering if you're always as punchy at 11 o'clock at night.
Absolutely. Do you know how much caffeine I've had in order to stay up for this? Anyway, so we now do some Torah reading. We're coming to the very end of the Torah. And this is one of these beautiful things about Jewish tradition, which is we have this end, and then starting tomorrow, man, we have the end and the beginning all rolled into one. But we have to be able to actually, before we begin, we've got to be able to end. And we're so pleased that we have our Torah reader par excellence to be able to join us, Sol Zira. We had wanted to be able to honor, we acknowledged, oh, Peter's here. Okay, so we wanted to be able to acknowledge with this service 3 people who behind the scenes have not only did just incredible amount of work to help us get High Holidays off the ground and on the air this year, but have also done so for so many years. So we have Jim Lesserman, Peter Reynolds, and Gary Spivak are here for the Aliyah before and after the Torah reading. And we do this by way of just expressing to them, and I'll say this now so that they can hear it and everyone can hear it, that on behalf of all the clergy, We are so grateful. We're so grateful for all the work that you do. No one sees it as much as we see it. But everything that people experience, so much of it happens because we're able to partner with lay people like you. And that kind of partnership between lay people and clergy, that's what this community is about. That's what makes this community. It is the epitome of what we try to achieve. So to all three of you, on behalf of myself, the other clergy, and truly on behalf of the entire community, thank you so very much. The way that we're going to be doing this, because we wanted to acknowledge all three of them, but we can't actually have them all do the Aliyah at the same time because that sounds rather horrible, is that Jim Lesserman is going to do the Baruch Hu in response. Gary Spivak is going to do the blessing, the first blessing, and then Peter Reynolds is going to do the blessing after the Torah is read. So with that having been said, we now turn things over to David Kaminer and a wee bit of singing.
Everybody, it's Mahazikim Babatundeha Mepusha, it's Hayi Mahazikim Babatundeha Mepusha. Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom, shalom. Take it away.
Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. V'zot habracha asher berach Moshe ish ha'Elohim et bnei Yisrael lifnei moto. Vayomar Adonai misinai ba v'zarach miseir lamo hofia mehar paran ve'ata merivot kodesh mimino Eishtad lamo, af chovev amim, kol kedoshav b'yadecha, vehem tuku l'raglecha, isa midabrotecha. Torah tziva lanu Moshe, morasha kehilat Yaakov, vayhi v'shurun melech, v'hitasef rasheyam, yachad shiftei Yisrael. Yechi Reuven v'al Yamot, V'hi metav mispar, v'zot lihuda, v'yomar, Shema Adonai kol Yehuda, v'elamot v'yenu, yadav rav lo, v'ezer mitzarav tiyeh.
Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet. V'chaye olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Gentlemen, brilliant all. Thank you so much. And kudos to Peter, who, by the way, at every single meeting I'm at, always has the most appropriate and best background ever. Well done, Peter. And again, gents, truly, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. Cheers, mates. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This is also most appropriate for Simchas Torah.
Like I said, he has the best backgrounds.
And by the way, go Dodgers. Thank you, Peter. So we are going to, and Saul Yasher Koach, we always appreciate your reading and look forward to hearing again the end of the Torah and the beginning tomorrow. By the way, oh, look at the DFC. Oh. Tomorrow, and maybe Rabbi Bernhard, I'm stealing your thunder, but I just thought I would announce that tomorrow, everybody is welcome to come to the Zoom and join us on Zoom, or not. You can still join by Facebook or any of the other means as usual, but you could come and Zoom with us tomorrow morning at 9:30 for our service. I'm going to leave it to the rabbis to say anything else they'd like after we close or almost close with a nigun. This is a nigun that we have done before, and we are going to attempt the nearly impossible, which is to pass this nigun from Naranana band member to Naranana band member all around, so that we all get a chance to participate and bring to you this nigun, which I hope you will sing in your own homes. So we're going to sing Nigun Nevo in C minor, in case you are all wondering, with Sue. We're all going to be muted. Just a reminder, everybody, we're all muted, and the only people who are unmuted are the person who's playing and the next person up. Sue, take it away.
Here's the Nigun wave. Here we go. Na 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 na.
Na 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 la 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 la.
Robert, are you there, Robert? We don't hear you.
Na 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 na.
Da 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 da.
Jim, listen. That was a saxophone. That was very on the saxophone.
Robert, we hear you, Robert, just so that you know. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have had a wonderful Erev Simchat Torah. But before I say anything else and sing you out, Rabbi Yarkin, Rabbi Bernhard, anything you would like to say to the assembled crowd?
Just one quick thing. One small thing. I mentioned last night that the last letter of the Torah is Lamed, the first letter is Bet, and it spells out Lev. And that's what this whole experience, this whole high holidays have been about. It's been about heart. And throughout it all, throughout these holidays, in so many different ways, all of the staff and the lay folks who've helped us and the congregation has shown us incredible Lev, incredible heart. Thank you so much, really, from the bottom of our hearts. Myself, Cantor Aronoff, and Rabbi Yarkin, to all of you, thank you.
And I just echo that, and I'm holding up my etrog, which is the symbol of the heart. So, Toda Rabah, thank you everyone so much. Thank you to our dancers. You were amazing, and our lay leaders and clergy and the running up band. Mwah.
And finally, I'll just echo everything that the rabbi said so beautifully. And we love and miss all of you, but we're thrilled to be together with you at least this much tonight. Again, tomorrow morning, anybody who wants to can be on Zoom. You can access it several ways, but I know for sure that on Friday, was that yesterday? On Friday afternoon around 5:15, there was an email that came out from my desk. And in that email, there was a link. And there was probably another email from Adat Ari El that came out also yesterday, a link to the Zoom. So that is available for tomorrow morning service at 9:30. And so I wish everybody a Chag Sameach, and I'm just going to play us out with a little bit more of Nigun Nevo. Yalla lai 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 lai, na na nai 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 nai. Na 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 na. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Whoa, 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 whoa. La 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 la. Whoa, whoa. La 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 la. Whoa, whoa. La la la. Chag Sameach, everyone. Kisses.